Well, good morning, Aletheia Church family. Today in the Daily 5, we're going to continue our little series entitled Anchor of the Soul. And this comes straight out of Hebrews chapter 6, verse 19. And I imagine you, like me, really love that metaphor and need it at a time like this. We need an anchor of the soul. Now, in the previous episode, we talked about what the anchor is. That it is this promise of God to make the entire world whole and to make his people whole as part of it. Now today, we want to ask the question, why is the anchor strong? So let's read our verse again. Hebrews 6:19. We have this as a sure and steadfast anchor of the soul, a hope that enters into the inner place behind the curtain. So, if your anchor is weak, it might look something like this. It's got this handy little clip art anchor with a weak rope. If the Christian hope being described here in Hebrews chapter 6 was something like this, we should be really concerned. But we're told that it is sure and steadfast. And the image I get is a little more like this. This is from the USS Ashevin. And look at that. I mean, this is the kind of anchor that can hold an entire warship in place. Now we're told that the Christian hope is sure and steadfast, just like that anchor. So the question is, why? And the answer to that is in verse 17, just a couple of verses earlier, where the author says, "So when God desired to show more convincingly to the heirs of the promise the unchangeable character of his purpose, he guaranteed it with an oath." So the anchor is strong because God has guaranteed it with an oath. Now we don't make oaths these days, but this used to be a legal mechanism that somebody would use to show the gravity of the words that they were saying. It was to support the claim that they were making. So, say for instance, your neighbor's donkey is stolen. And your neighbor comes and accuses you of stealing the donkey. What you would say is that you would make an oath and you would say, "As surely as the Lord lives, I did not steal your donkey." And what you would be saying, in other words, is, look, if I'm lying, may God come and deal with me, smite me, judge me. And it was intended to lend weight to the claim that you were making. So we're told by the author of Hebrews that God has made an oath, which makes the anchor strong. Now, how has God made this oath? Well, the answer to that is actually in the next chapter. Chapter 7. This is in verse 21. We're told, "But this one was made a priest with an oath by the one who said to him, quote, 'The Lord has sworn and will not change his mind. You are a priest forever.'" Now this is getting into the topic of Melchizedek, and we don't have time to go into all that, but the author sums it up in verse 22 like this. "This makes Jesus the guarantor of a better covenant." So through Jesus Christ, God has made an oath confirming the legitimacy and the strength of his purpose to make the world whole. Now think about how this works. The very same God who made a promise to Abraham that I'm going to bless you, I'm going to bless your descendants, and I'm going to bless my people through you, the entire world is going to be blessed, is the very same God who came into the world in the person of Jesus Christ. And he made an oath by dying and rising again, showing the legitimacy and the strength of the claim that he would make the entire world whole again. My friends, you do not have an anchor like this if you serve Jesus Christ. You truly do have an anchor like this that can keep you firm and steadfast in this tempest, in this storm, in these wavy seas that we're currently experiencing. Because God has sworn by himself in the person of Jesus Christ. Take heart this morning. God bless you.